Welcome back, everybody, to the I Want to Meet LeBron James podcast, a quarantine edition. That's why I'm shirtless. I shared these skins, quarantine. I can never say that, quarantine or quarantine. Anyway, I'm having a quarantine anyway. How you doing, classy? If you're drinking with me today, let's have it. You know what I mean? I'm just having it. What is this? This is Salem Jerry's and orange juice, which is, I mean, I'm working off what I got here, you know what I mean? I got a welcome Shaq sign that was here for me. I don't know why, but I appreciate it, you know what I mean? Maybe I am the white Shaq, who knows? This is going to be all over the place because all I've been doing is blazing since I've been here. Obviously, if you're watching the video right now, you can see the bags under my eyes could tell you some stories or two. But it's been time, just bevying, waking up, watching basketball, bevying. Go watch football, go to sleep. Well, I'm not really been going to sleep actually. I've kind of just been passing out every night, which has been sound on this couch, even though I've got a sick bed there. On that, and then I wake up like, what the fuck? Cause they got these. I'm in this Airbnb in Perth, yeah, because it was meant to be here for quarantining for 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm back in Perth. Get with the fucking memo, whatever. Tell everybody the king is back. Look, Perth might as well be Lord of the Rings, the goddamn Shire, because it's Return of the King, baby. So, victory ship. I gotta keep singing because I'd turn the fans off and boy, it gets hot in here. I'd tell you, I was not ready for this fucking Perth heat again. It's probably like 40 or something today. And then this thing outside my Airbnb is some sort of wind tunnel. So every time I leave like half a cigarette or a joint, that's gone. Fuck knows where that is. That's fucking all the way in bloody Adelaide by now or something like that, in Exmouth. It's flying. But back in Perth doing my first show this Sunday, the 13th, 7 p.m. at Universal Bar. Then I got about 7 more shows after that next week and stuff like that, doing the extended Fringe. Fringe are gonna post about it and all that, so fucking, if you know anybody in Perth, send your ma, send your bird, send your mate, send the boys obviously, send them all down to Universal Bar for King of Comedy, please. I'm gonna make some money back off this trip. I'm doing time, but I mean, look at me, we're an Airbnb, baby, I'm chilling. If I can just show you, let's have a look. We got the big ass TV, here we go, all the way around there, big old bango, there's a room in there. Asian doors, whatever, not the Asian doors, saloon Asian doors like the paper doors or whatever, but you're still sliding them. No, not saloon, they're just like fucking, maybe they are Asian doors or double-handed door. Anyway, that's in there and stuff like that. So I was meant to be getting out, came here on Saturday the 5th, meant to be getting out on the 19th, and then Mark McGowan, who's been a fucking dick the last fucking probably 2 years actually, to be honest, with all these stupid COVID rules and all that, brought it down to a week because the rest of the world is only doing a week. Mark McGowan is the only person that is still holding on to this 2 week thing, so he changed his mind. So I get out this Saturday now, which is sick. So I got a few more shows in there that I'm hosting, like the Comedy Pub Crawl next Saturday as well, like that, like fucking 7 to like 10:45. I was like, jeez, I'm gonna be doing some riffing, but trust me, I've got so many built up riffs being stuck in here, you know what I mean? That I gotta get out and about, so trust me, that's fine. Don't even start the stopwatch, baby. Don't like me, you know what I mean? I'm cooking. Like that show is 7, but there's no shows after me on Sunday, so if it's going well, you know what I mean, then I'm doing longer than an hour. If it's going bad, then of course I'm doing longer than an hour. They even know me. When it's worse, I do more. That's anything you need to know about me. So yeah, I have to do a week now, which is sound. Then I'm gonna be here till mid-April. Cause I mean, I fucking love me some Perth. Like it's like Little Britain without some lady pissing on the floor and them still doing blackface. How did Little Britain get away with that in the 85? I mean, it's hilarious though, it was, but it was just like, you just couldn't do it now. Man, Lucas, them ways before your time. I mean, before racism probably. Well, no, definitely not. Right before people fucking cared on the BBC about it, I guess. So, and then mid-April, I'll go to Little Britain because they pay for, I've got to finish that riff. Little Britain here because of it's fucking, everybody's British in the good weather, you know what I mean? And it's obviously smaller, even though it's bigger, which kind of doesn't make sense. There's more population here. There's less population here, but it's fucking massive. But they don't use the middle of the country anyway, they're fucking weird, the Australians. And if you're watching this, then you probably already know anyway. If you're watching this and you're Australian, you probably already know. If not, if you're not meant Australian, then just go off my simple stereotypes where they've all got a knife If you've got a bigger knife, then that automatically beats them in the knife off, and they have to give you your knife and a shark tooth, and then that's why you always know the craziest guy with the guy with the bush shark tooth has the biggest knife. So whatever. And the guy with the most puka shell necklaces has the smallest dick. That's another one that you can remember as well. But yeah, and then I'm here till mid-April, and then I go to Melbourne, then Sydney, and I'm fucking back home in June, baby, living the dream. Let's get it busy. We just got an email from Nimbin HQ. Yes, they got email there. It's still Nimbin at AOL. No, but for the Mardi Gras festival, the weed festival that we do comedy there, so we'll be back there as well. End of April, start of May. That's gonna be fucking. That's why. I mean, I do a lot of festivals every year. You know what I mean, like 4 or 5, whatever. That's a lot. Saying a lot, but Nimbin's the best. Because I mean, it's just a weed festival, so you're just getting blazed. Everybody's like, everybody's just blazed as fuck. So you're like, this is sick. And then even if it's not going well, it's going well. And then if it is, you don't give a shit. And then it's just funny. You know what I mean? You're just laughing. It's sick. When we see Nimbin, I go Nimbin, Perth, Edinburgh, Melbourne. They're the ones that I do like a lot. I guess they're my favourites. Or Edinburgh, Perth beats Edinburgh because of the fucking weather. You know what I mean? And then Nimbin's only like 3-4 days anyway, so it doesn't really count. So it's just like a lads thing. So there's no fucking stress. Trying to get people in the door or sitting down, they're already there. I mean, they've been there since last night, stoned as fuck. You try and get a fucking stoner off a beanbag, good luck. So yeah, I just like that better because it's chiller. But yeah, Perth people, send them down to my show, please. I haven't gone fully crazy yet, I don't think, because I've been FaceTiming Ambro every day and a bunch of other people, obviously. Doing, you know what I mean, bit of sexting, whatever it might be, you know what I mean, but wrong number sexting, which is the craziest. Just delete all the names in your contacts and then just set them all dick pics. And then, I forgot I had me now say 5 times. What the hell? But yeah, so I mean, I've been crown working myself in the mirror, obviously, that's a given. You know what I mean? But that's I mean, we're both just crushing so hard that it's like, it's not even the comedian that's up at that point, because the crowd members me as well, so I'm killing. So it's like, then it becomes a double act, and then it's whole fucking mirror inception then and shit. But always done with the Coronas, gonna get them popping. Probably have bolognese tonight, if anyone gives a shit, I don't know. I just haven't spoken to anybody. But yeah, and then, well, I spoke to Emo on fucking the other day, and he was like, I was like, oh, this is brutal. He's like, it's day 2, lad. I was like, fucking no, Jesus, thank God he lowered it from 2 weeks to a week, because I'd be dying. Because I just wake up, watch the Lakers get fucking beat today, destroyed by the Bucks. Like, which you wouldn't even mind, but then they were 1 rebound, 3 points and 1 rebound off like 400 bucks each, me and Ambrose. So we're like, what the fuck? We watched the shitty game all the way through because they were down by 30, like right at the half time. So like, what are we fucking? Here we fucking go again. You'll have 1 good game, then they'll go back to fucking playing shit and stuff. Like, we can't just flip that switch. There's no there's no switch to flip. Like, if there is, then it's blowing the fuse because it ain't working. You know what I mean? We got to do something. We got 38 hours to get rid of Westbrook. 38 hours. Somebody take him off our hand. A China team, I'll get an NBL team, anything. Well, we do need something back, but I'll take Jeremy Lin back at this point. Can I get Shanghai Sharks? Give me a Westbrook, Jeremy Lin. I'll trade that any fucking day. But yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on, so we missed out on that. And then I had a LeBron triple-double as well. I missed out on that. And my boy Adam was literally saying, was like, why don't you make it a betting podcast? I'm like, or a tipping podcast, because he's fucking gambling in the 60s. Doing the pools, how you Adam dealing, you fucking dickhead. But I was like, this is a betting podcast, what are you on about? You don't even listen. He's like, no, I don't. So I'm like, this is a motherfucker doesn't even listen, and I'm still giving him a shout out, which is absolute bullshit. And there's people that do listen, like fucking... Well, I'm not going to name your names, quite frankly, because maybe you don't want to be out and listen to this podcast. Danny Green, shooting guard for 76ers, I know you. I know you're listening. Danny Davies, all the Dannys, another comedian, like, well, I know you're listening to that, so whatever. Doesn't matter. I've got a bunch of comedians in these drawers here that I'm going to pull out and shit like that. So don't worry about that. Welcome, Shaq. But But what else? I mean, I've got nothing to tell you. I can tell you about future plans and stuff, but I literally got nothing. I mean, I watched the Liverpool game the other day. Predicted that Harvey Elliot would score, and he did. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I had the feeling. I even put it on Facebook. Andrew Roach could back me up on that because he commented on it. Like, it was up for like a minute and then he scored. He said, "How do you know?" And I said, "It's my gift." He said, "I thought riffing was your gift." I said, "That's my most powerful list, obviously." But I mean, predicting scores. But it's only in like minute and a minute half parameters, because you'd think it was before the game. Then why are you losing all these bets that you're posting? You know what I mean? Well, I hear you, so be quiet. What had happened is that's too long before, and you can't bet mid-game. I mean, you could on sport on Bet365, but it's, I used to do that for football, but it's just all up. You know what I mean? The changes and all that sort of stuff. I like to get it right in before, get the best sort of odds, and live with it. That's why I post with it. I just live with it. You know, and I eat that shit, quite frankly. I mean, I'm losing other people money, which is why people be talking shit. You know what I mean? Because otherwise it's like your money, you don't give a shit. But then I'm losing probably shit some money and then rolling an Amro and stuff like that. But I mean, you know what I mean? That's called gambling. Maybe it's what you gotta do. What you gotta do. So, but Harvey Elliot did score, nice little half volley, bang. Diaz looked nice as well, but a fancy footwork, fucking bang on the line as well. Chipped it over him, got the assist. Like, he's going to be nice, you know what I mean? And Harvey Elliot come back. I mean, you still want Mane, Salah, Jota, obviously, because Jota, scored again, obviously. He always seems to miss a sitter, and then he'll score like a random difficult one. He always scores headers as well. He's so fucking small, but he's up there, you know what I mean? So he's fucking sick. And then you'd have Harvey Elliot coming off the bench or starting maybe some like FA Cup games, all that sort of stuff. Or like, yeah, if we're up, we're resting players and shit like that, but who knows? And then I was just saying I want to get rid of Mane, but I love him now, especially after watching him in the African Cup, which is most boring fucking game ever, 2 hours and on, and then penalties or whatever. I wanted Salah to win that for Egypt. Because my comments, Thomas, another shout out, that fucking queer, he was in Egypt. He went there on one vaccine. I don't even know what's going on here. It's only Australia that are pushing free. He went to Egypt on one vaccine, for fuck's sake. Even Camel's there, I've got 2 vaccines. And he's there on one vaccine, like from Liverpool. You're like, you Liverpool fan? Get in here, lad. The Mo Salah fan club's waiting for you. We're chilling. Let's see what it is. I've been watching Pam and Tommy, if you haven't seen that though, actually. This is just Carl Lynch's TV guide now. Pam and Tommy is actually sick though. That's Seth Rogen one. It's about Pamela Anderson, Tommy Lee Jones or whatever. Like on the 3rd episode, or it comes out weekly or whatever. I think the 4th one comes out yesterday or tonight or something. I don't know. But if you haven't seen that Pam and Tommy, it's funny, and then it's just like, oh well, fuck, I didn't know. I can't even remember the porn. It was before my time. I remember peak sex tape was Paris Hilton, obviously, because that was fucking. I mean, that was my crush, quite frankly. That was my first ever crush, The Simple Life. Oh, this Nicole Richie, and then you find out that's Lionel Richie's daughter. You're like, oh my lord, I'm banging her, and I'm getting the family, and I'm meeting Lionel. Like, what are we doing here? Come on, hello, Lionel, nice to meet you. I'm your son-in-law. So she was the fucking hottest, like Paris Hilton. And when her sex tape came out, which was probably one of the shittest sex tape, but it was sick because I was like, this is my fucking dream girl here. And she got a sex tape with a lot of her just trying to suck a dick, really. And to put some antics on it, just to recap it, if anyone does remember, just put what can be the code in the comments with the other emoji. What have we got? A carrot in there, because she was trying to peel that fucking thing with her teeth or something. So put a carrot in there. If you just comment just a carrot emoji on its own, if you know what I'm talking about with this porno, everybody's fucking seen it. But I'm saying, if did anyone study the game tape as fluently as I did, that's my concern. So it was Paris Hilton first, then I went to move on to Mila Kunis, then Halle Berry, sorry, then it was like Mila Kunis, and then obviously there was like Hayden Panettiere in there for a bit as well with Heroes, and then but Tessa Thompson, Mila Kunis was the OG for like ever, you know what I mean, and then just had to let her go because she got back with Ashley, and I was happy about that. So then Tessa Thomas now, from like fucking Creed and shit like that, smoke show, baby. I like the Men in Black and the Ragnarok, that bunch of shit, Valkyrie and shit. But yeah, if you're listening, baby, then let's go after. I'll meet you before I meet LeBron. I'd say I can squeeze you in, baby. I'd take that for free. But But it's just a shit parasailing like that sex tape, and that was sick. And then, but Ray J and Kim was like, I think that was the OG one where it was like, this is the, well, I guess Pam and Tommy were the first person to get a famous off a sex tape, because like other actors like Stallone and stuff, or porn stars and stuff, but I mean like it came out after they got famous and shit like that, and nobody really gave a shit, and they were like, oh yeah, he's a better actor than porn, actually, to be honest. He's getting hit around a lot less. Right? He's hitting people a lot less, so that's a good thing, you know what I mean? But the Ray J and that, and the Kim one was the one where it was proper like, oh, this is a fucking, they're banging it, you know what I mean? Like a brother and a sister going at it, not like that, but in the black terms, alright, just saying. I mean, I'm not a child, so it's not weird for me anyway. I can't even fantasize off that, it'd be weird. That's why I watch so much step-sister porn. Come on! But I always watch step-mother porn as well. Anything with step in it, really. We're chilling, I feel like. Tomorrow I'll watch the Lakers-Portland game, because this will be out tonight, Wednesday, in fucking Australia, whatever time it is now. Fucking 6 PM or something. Put this out tonight, so it'll be coming out in fucking the UK on Wednesday, and then we'll get a pop in here on Thursday, and then we're all good to go, you know what I mean? Obviously check out King of Comedy. I'm only doing 8 shows. I've came all this fucking way to Perth, like fucking had to go to Sydney. I mean, didn't have to, I went there 3 weeks, it was sick, you know what I mean? Doing gigs and shit like that, still got the tan, thank God. But I'm just fading daily. And then I go back there. What's I saying? I'm getting too fucking blazed. I tell you, I'm getting to concentrate, Kyle. Concentrate. Run out of juice as well. Got that. It's plastic. The jig's up. It's plastic. Alright. I didn't even check what number episode this is. I think it's 93. I gotta feel it's 93 for some reason. Yeah. Because the Island Boys was 91, maybe. Anyway, I'll look it up actually. I can just look it up right now. What am I even doing? Got this. I mean, I won't be pausing. I don't like that for any sort of effects, but I get that Island Boy. I should ask for questions before I've done this actually, but I was asked for questions. It's 93. 93, come on. I knew it, lad. 93. If you haven't listened to 92, then go back and fucking listen to it then. What are we doing here? I thought I was with me, Gavin Hardy, we were chilling, lad. We were having a sick time in his garage and that, regardless of the asbestos. We were killing it. But I think this has been alright so far. I mean, it's 17 minutes, I'm not bullshit at that. Why should this podcast be any different from me on stage? That's what I'm feeling. Like, I mean, here it's easier for a walk out, you know. We just hit pause and fuck off, you know what I mean? But a part of you just wants to stay and be like, well, at least I'm not there. You know, you're watching it as like just some sort of experiment, some punishment experiment. It's like watching other people get tortured. You're like, oh, I don't like that, but I mean, it's not me. It's not me that's there, so. But fuck you anyway, come to my shows, you don't. And I'm going to have a word with Walls because my razor broke. I got a lifetime to get a tea, but I can't get there, so I might be doing my first show with a fucking scarf neckerchief. One of my shows coming up, I've got all my stuff at Universal Bar, check that out, and I'm doing the Comedy Lounge on the Friday or whatever, next Friday now, because I'm out earlier, which is sick, and then the Comedy Pub Crawl on Saturday, which is, I've not done it actually, because I've never been able to done it, because I've always had shows, because it's 7 to 10:45, but it's a long distance gig and it's I mean, it's fucking pays well and shit. And I think I do, I mean, pub crawl, so I can't even remember the venues now. I think it's like a mess hall. I think it ends at Connections always, this gay club there, or maybe on the rooftop or something. Or downstairs, maybe actually, because I think there's a bunch of them and they all meet. Maybe a bunch of crawls or something, or it's just one big one, maybe. Anyway, and then they have like, I think it's like free stops and free comedian each time, so I'll come up and do like 15 minutes before them each time or whatever it needs to be or something. And then they'll do their stuff, and then, I don't know, at the end I'll probably crowd surf, you know what I mean? Like, fuck it, who gives a shit, innit? And then they plug my shit the whole way, bang, bang, boom, let's go. So the sound, innit? And then I'm doing Oasis Comedy Club for the whole month of March. I'm doing 3 nights a week, getting busy. There in Fremantle Comedy Factory. So I'm around, I'm back at Coburn Arc, bowling and shit like that. It's gonna be sick, I'm like sick sad to be back. Perth is my favourite place in Australia, you know what I mean? So it's been sound. If you want to come round, drop off some food. Shin dropped off some food to his bed. I was over here, he sat over there, you know what I mean? If you're a lady who wants to risk quarantine for this dick, then I mean, whatever. That's what you gotta do. You gotta do. If you reckon this is a 50, if you reckon this is worth $50,000 fine, which quite frankly I think it is. I think this dick is priceless. I'll put it on record now. This dick is priceless. It's an artifact because it's fragile. Nah, it's just normal. The softness when it needs to be, and then hardness when it needs to be. Quite frankly, you know what I mean. I mean, you try staying hard all the time with this big fucking thing if we might end it constantly. You wild. So yeah, come out to my show and I'll show you it. That's like a Louis C.K. bit that. What else will we doing tonight? I'll probably see if Tom Penny, if you got any recommendations, then chuck them in there. I've already finished Ozark and all that sort of stuff. I saw that Ruth was in another show, which is like, she's a great actress, but she's not just hard to look at, just a rat with curly hair. And as soon as I said that, I thought I'm describing myself right now. I'm not a rat, I'm a dog. What the dog? The wolves. I'm negative, got my PCR back, I'm negative, done 2 rapid energy tests, negative, and a PCR negative. The streak continues, still haven't had COVID. Where have I been in the last few times? I've been all up and down England, Scotland, from the top of the north, Aberdeen, to the south of the UK. I've been fucking in Australia, Sydney, and now I'm in Perth, been in a bunch of airports, been through Dubai, where the fuck was it? Not Dubai airport, where was it again? Where did it change on the way? Real quick, Dover or something like that, airport or something. So I've been everywhere and the streak fucking continues. It's sound, this. It's fucking, I don't know what it is. I marvel modern medicine. It must be the weed, it's gotta be the weed or something, I guess, because what's going on, you know what I mean? Look at these wipes here, still unused because what are we gonna need a bloody, what do I need a wipe for, what am I doing? That's it, you know what I mean? Unused, I still haven't got it. First time breaking the seal here now. I'll probably get it from this fucking tissue thing now, to be honest. Look at that. Boom. Big ol' bango. Clean the laptop. Maybe just do that because they're calm anyway, but... I'll be out next week as well. I'll have a comedian on as well, so that'll be fucking nice change of pace for you. But some people do like these, I don't know. Some people just like the audio suicide notes. Mike Dixon, Liam Crisp, you do love it. I'm gonna go shooting as well with our boy Crispy as well. He came over and dropped me some snacks and stuff like that over the fence and that, and fucking guns, baby, in the fucking the range, shit like that. I think it's like 80 quid or something like that. Like Target and that, but they're all named after stuff. You can get like the fucking Dirty Harry, they had the Bad Boys one on there, they had the Tomb Raider, they had the Resident Evil. I was looking for the John Wick, they didn't have the John Wick, but they had fucking all of them. I'm going to lot of crap, they fucking the side and all that shit. The Blade, yo, it's gonna be fucking sick. And it's 23 minutes, so what a better time to even stop. But let's recap it. Come to my show, King of Comedy. Let's in Perth, tell them all about it. I mean, now make the effort. You know, I've made the fucking. Might as well try and make some money back here. I'm fucking here and fucking I don't know fucking Rosie and Jim's fucking boat here or something that I've rented out on Airbnb. Oh, what the fuck, in the hub, in the vessel of this place. It's all nautical themes. There's fucking shells everywhere. I'm sleeping on shells, banging my fucking feet on shells, you know. What do I think there's one of it is here now, look at this. Hello? What's that, Poseidon? Yeah, it's Poseidon. What's that? Oh yeah, wrong number. Ah, fuck off, lad. Phone smells like pussy. Like the ocean. I'm Cat Legacy, thanks for tuning in again. LeBron, we didn't really talk much about that LeBron, but I'm sorry. But I mean, a man's gone wild. I mean, I can't see it. I can't even see it anyway. You know what I mean? Quarantine, so I'm sorry that I couldn't meet up this week and shit like that. That would be weird if this was the only week you could meet up and I fucking couldn't do it. I'd break quarantine for you, LeBron. I would break it any day for you. Even if I had to wear a bubble or a hazmat suit, it wouldn't matter. Well, I'd just leave when I had the negative PCR on the agenda, so I wouldn't even put you at risk. Quite frankly, I just put myself at risk from the police and a fine, but I don't even care, lad. I don't even care, LeBron. Get back to me. I'm willing to risk quarantine for you, lad. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. Is this him now? God damn it, Aquaman. Stop prank calling me. I'm Carl Legacy in a bit, everybody.